Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tastefully Balanced. I'm Miriam and welcome to the very last episode of my meal prep series. I've been doing this for 2 months straight now. It's really helped me stay motivated and on track to eat healthy and clean. And I really hope that it's done the same for you too, because at the end of the day, that is what I'm here to do, to inspire you and motivate you to live a healthy lifestyle. So I am rounding off this meal prep series with a pescatarian menu. That means everything is seafood. And if you know anything about Bengalis, you know that we love our fish. So I had a lot of fun creating this menu. So if you love fish as well, please subscribe and keep watching. All right, welcome back. So let's get right into it. So let's go ahead and get started with breakfast. So breakfast, I decided to make egg muffins. You see this all over Pinterest, all over the internet, and it's honestly so easy to make. You can make all types of variations of it. You can use all types of vegetables or meat. I decided to keep mine just vegetarian, so I just went ahead and heated up a frying pan with a little bit of avocado oil. And after the avocado oil was nice and warm, I went ahead and added some onions and garlic. And once the onion and garlic was nice and had a nice color to it, I went ahead and added a whole lot of mushrooms. These are just white mushrooms, and honestly, you guys, I used a big Costco size. If you know anything about mushrooms, you know that it cooks down so much. So even though I added so much mushrooms, it still only made enough for the frying pan. So once the mushrooms were cooked down a little bit, I went ahead and added some seasoning. All I did for seasoning, honestly, is just some garlic salt. That's it. Kept it super simple. Also some black pepper, but that was it. You can play around with the seasoning as you wanted, but I just wanted to just keep it simple. And once the mushrooms were pretty much cooked through, I went ahead and added a lot of spinach because I did want something green in it. And spinach also wilts down very much, so even though it seems like you're putting a ton, it won't be like that at the end. Once I added the spinach, I went ahead and just added the cover to it and let it sit there for about 5 minutes. And that's it. I mixed it around, added some cilantro. If you guys don't like cilantro, leave that part out. And now my sauteed veggies are ready to go. So I went ahead and set that aside and wanted to work on my egg mixture. So for my egg mixture, I went ahead and took 10 eggs and a whole carton of egg whites. Now the carton is 1 quart, so you can use as little or as much as you want, but this is perfect for 2 muffin trays, which is 24 egg muffins. And for breakfast, I usually have about 2, so that's why I made that many. You go ahead and whisk up your eggs and your egg whites all together. I added a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's really it. Now your egg mixture is done, your veggies are done, and you just have to assemble. I have these handy dandy silicone muffin liners, but any type of liners will do as long as they are parchment liners. Anything else will have the egg sticking to it, so you just want to make sure that it's made out of parchment paper. And you go ahead and just put in about 2 tablespoons or about halfway, a little bit over halfway of your mushroom mixture in each of the muffin trays. And then after that, I just went ahead and filled each of those muffin tins with the egg mixture. And you want to fill it up almost to the end. It will expand, but it stays right into its little hole so it doesn't expand over or make a mess of anything. So go ahead and just do that. And then you just bake it in a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 20 minutes. Pull it out. I did forget one crucial part that I always do, and that is add some cheese at the end. And because I forgot, I just went ahead and added cheese after it came out of the oven. It melted just fine at the end and still tastes delicious. But this is going to be breakfast. I have about 2 of these. It keeps me nice and full. And of course, I always have a green smoothie or some sort of smoothie beforehand. So I usually eat this at around 10 o'clock, but that is going to be breakfast for the week. All right, for lunch, I'm so excited about this angel hair shrimp and asparagus pasta. Comes together super easy. This is a recipe that I found from Skinny Taste, of course, it's no surprise, but it's so easy, so delicious, and so light, and I feel like it really does fill me up. So this one is super simple. All I did is take some shrimp, fried in some avocado oil. Once both sides had developed a little bit of color, I went ahead and set that aside. And then I added my garlic to a little bit of avocado oil again. Once my garlic was nice and browned, I went ahead and added some plum tomatoes. Once my plum tomatoes started to kind of get a little bit small and melted, I added some chicken broth. Now her recipe has white wine, but I don't use wine in my cooking, so I just added the same amount of the chicken broth instead. So once that was nice and bubbly, I went ahead and added my asparagus. Now I cut my asparagus 4 pieces so that we have little bite-sized pieces. For spices, I just kept it very simple and added herb de Provence, salt, and a little bit of chili flakes. And really that is it. I covered it up, let the asparagus kind of cook through for about 10 minutes, and then added my shrimp and pasta, cooked pasta. I cooked my pasta on the side separately to the same big pan. Mixed it all around, added some cilantro. I add cilantro to everything. Added some chili flakes. And that was it. Mixed it all together, and you can see it's just so nice and creamy. And with that tomato sauce that we make right in the beginning, it's delicious. Super, super easy and comes together really, really quickly. So that is going to be lunch. I go ahead and top mine off with a little bit more sriracha because I love sriracha on everything. Or if I have some chili flakes, I'll go ahead and add chili flakes to it. But super easy, and because it does have the pasta, it does keep me full for a pretty long time. So that is going to be lunch for the week. All right, for dinner, I wanted to make some salmon. I haven't made or eaten salmon in a very long time, so I was very excited when I went to Costco and they had some wild-caught salmon with a gorgeous, gorgeous pink color that I just had to pick up and make for this week. So I went ahead and took some lemon slices and put it on a tray. It just really prevents it from the salmon skin getting very, very wet. I feel like also the lemon flavor just runs throughout the salmon, and it's so, so delicious. So I love doing this little trick. And I went ahead and added my salmon pieces right on top of those lemon slices. Now for seasoning, you can really do what you want and really play around to your own taste preference. What I wanted to do was make the 2 salmon pieces 2 different flavors. So for the first one, I just used some lemon pepper. Very, very easy. And with the natural lemon pieces and lemon flavor going throughout the salmon, I thought this would be great. So the first piece, I just did lemon pepper. For the second piece, I had this Cajun seasoning that I wanted to use. So I went ahead and added some Cajun seasoning to the second piece. And then I added paprika to the entire thing because I wanted it to have a nice flavor, extra flavor profile to it. And that was it. I added a little bit of butter on top. I popped it in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. The last 4 or 5 minutes, I went ahead and turned on the broil so it got a nice color on top. And this is what it looked like. Nice, so easy. It's one of my go-to items to make when I'm in a crunch because it comes together so fast with just a few ingredients. So that is going to be our main protein source for the week. And then for veggies, I went ahead and roasted some broccoli. All I did for the broccoli was just put it on a tray and put a little bit of oil on top and then use some herb seasoning. You can use whatever type of seasoning you want, but I kept it super simple and that was it. I roasted it for about 20 minutes at 350 degrees and it came out perfect. So that was going to be our veggies. And then for carbs, I was really craving some sweet potato fries. So I went ahead and cut up 2 big sweet potatoes into fries-like shape, went ahead and added it to my tray, put some oil on top, and then for seasoning, I did onion, garlic, salt, paprika, and black pepper, and just mixed that all around. I went ahead and threw that in the 350-degree oven for about 35-40 minutes until I saw that it was nice and crisp. And the trick with sweet potato fries, since since I am going to be eating this throughout the week, is to reheat it in the oven so that it stays nice and crispy. I had a friend ask me how I eat fries again the next day. You cannot microwave it. It'll be a soggy mess, and I don't like soggy fries. I'm all about the crispy fries. So I go ahead and just reheat it in the oven again. And I have a tiny little oven so that I don't have to reheat my big oven every single time, but you can also do in your main big oven. Whatever works for you, just I highly recommend you guys warm that up in the oven. Same with the fish too. I usually will just pan fry it really quickly again because I also just don't like microwaving fish. So that is dinner for the week. Nice, simple, and very, very hearty. As always, I have some fruits for snacks. So I've got my bananas, my oranges, apples, and my white nectarines. I have fruits always on hand. It's always rotating. It seems like for the last few videos, these are the same fruits that you guys have been seeing just because we're really enjoying them. So I keep buying the same ones, but they do occasionally rotate. So that is the menu for the entire week. All right, there you guys go. That is my final episode, my final meal prep of the 2 months that I've been doing this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this series and gathered inspiration from it. Hopefully you guys are doing well with your New Year's resolution or just in general the healthy lifestyle. Hopefully you found ways to make it a lifestyle and not something that you just do for a couple months, because that is the biggest point and biggest reason why I do this. So if you guys love meal prepping, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, live life tastefully balanced.